What's going on, everyone? Today, I want to share something with you that I've been thinking about recently, and it was inspired by a conversation that my coach had on a monthly call that he has with all of us. And, he said at the beginning that he wanted to share something that he wasn't sure if he was going to share, and then he ended up sharing it, and I was grateful that he did. And this is what inspired this thought train for me to then share with you. He said that around the time of his birthday in November, he was feeling a ton of doubt about his gift, his ability, his impact in the world. And he started Googling stuff, and he started comparing himself to other people and like searching for evidence of other people in threads and stuff like that, people were facing similar issues to him in the coaching world. And he never normally does that. And by him sharing that, I thought, wow, he's just like me. He's just like us. He's human too, And I've looked up to him for the longest time, and I still do. I have so much love and respect for him. But I think what we do as individuals is we tend to look at our idols and the people that we respect and admire, and we put them on pedestals, and we think that they're absolved of all the problems that we have. We think that they must have it all together, right? And we don't realize that no one has it together. Even the people that are the most famous, most powerful, and most put together people on the surface don't have it all together. No one does. And and that's freeing to know, right? That's freeing to know that no one has it together, even the people that you look up to, because it closes the gap between you and them. It makes you feel like you can also attain great things in life. With my coach Philip, I ever since I saw his first YouTube um ever since I saw the first clip of his YouTube interview, I was taken back by this person. I was like, this guy, there's something different about him. He's super authentic. He's very straight to the point. I've never seen anyone talk this way before, and he was very authentic, and that left an impression on me. And I just felt every time I've seen him do what he does, speak on stage or coach someone or hold space for someone, it's done in such a immaculate way. And when I mean immaculate, I don't mean it's kind of clean and well rehearsed. I mean he's so tapped in that I'm like in awe. It leaves you in awe of how well he's able to just ride the wave of his own emotions and just be so candid about what's coming up for him, and then to allow himself to show up vulnerably. And that always stood out to me. And when he shared that on the call, it was just a reminder, a reminder that he's just like us. And that brings me to my second point of I recently saw this film that Jonah Hill made. You may have heard of it, called Stutz on Netflix. It's about his therapist, Joseph Stutz, and he films this 1.5 hour, I guess, interview, conversation, film style thing where he goes behind the scenes and shares a conversation with his therapist about the stuff um, that he's learned from him, the tools and all of this kind of stuff. And he has a therapy session with his mom, and it's nice to see that a really brilliant comedy actor in Hollywood. I love his stuff. It just makes me laugh all the way from his early stuff, Super Bad, all the way to the most recent stuff like War Dogs, and I think he's got a new Eddie movie with Eddie Murphy coming out as well. Anyway, he's a great comedy actor, but when you watch him, and I'm sure this applies to everyone in Hollywood, you think they have it all together, right? They've got fame, they've got money, they've got glamour, they've got um, whatever it is that most people crave, which is love and attention, and they seem to have it all. And you would think that because they have that, they don't have any issues, but really behind the scenes, there are emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, and financial issues that we're all facing, that we're all battling with in our own way day to day, you know. So no one really has it together. And that was just a really good insight for him to share so candidly about how he was really feeling about himself, whilst the outside world saw him one way, he felt another. And then the outside world would also share not so nice comments about him and how he felt about that. Um, and how difficult it is being in the limelight all the time, you know. There was something he said in particular, um, towards the end of the documentary. He says, it was eye-opening for him to have the conversation with his therapist, Joseph, and for Joseph to share so vulnerably about stuff that's been coming up for him, as it relates to his illness and his past relationships and stuff with his parents, blah, blah, blah. And he said it was eye-opening for him to realize that even his own therapist was going through stuff, and that the people that he looked up to weren't absolved of all the problems he was facing. They were also facing similar issues. And his therapist laughs because he thinks no one has it. He said no one has it all together. So it's funny that you think that you once thought that the people that you looked up to didn't have those issues, because they do. Everyone does, because we're human, you know? And so I guess I'm sharing this because it's just a reminder that the people that we look up to, that we admire, that we glamorize, people that we see on the surface, even the people that we don't glamorize, people that we see on the surface, whatever we see on the surface is just that. It's the surface level. There is so much bubbling underneath that takes time and patience to understand about who a person really is that we're not seeing. And that goes for us. You know, how much of ourselves do we share with the world? We don't have to share everything, but I'm sure there's more going on underneath the surface than what you present to the world, right? So I hope this serves as a reminder that whatever it is that you're striving for, dreams, goals, aspirations, that they are possible. They are possible, that everyone is facing a battle that we cannot see, and so are you. And so I'm sending you love and blessings for your healing journey. And I'll talk to you again soon. One love.